Now back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790 AM. Brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency, Gaston's White River Resort, Sportsman's Warehouse, and Barton Power Sports.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on this Saturday, April the 16th. And if you haven't got your taxes paid, well, I hope you have an extension like me, okay? You know, because it is tax day is come and gone, mostly gone. And Frank Barton is in here with me, that he doesn't worry about those kind of subjects.
Once that extension gets filed, I don't worry about it for a little while longer.
That's a lot. That's it. Frank Barton from the Barton Power Sports in West Memphis and Jonesboro. Had a chance to drive through Jonesboro on the way back this week from the White River and Gaston's White River Resort, and I've just, I've seen the one in West Memphis across from the one?
Southland Park Gaming and Racing that we all call the dog track.
Which we always have to put in there on this third Saturday, but quite a facility in Jonesboro. I was really impressed. I mean, because before we get to this next guest, because not only you got the Polaris in West Memphis.
Jonesboro is a pretty extensive multi-line facility with Honda, Yamaha, Suzuki, Polaris.
Yeah.
Well, and then Exmark lawnmowers, and now we have Easy Go golf carts up there as well.
That's what I was leading into. I was hoping you would say Easy Go golf carts, which once you purchase one of these things.
Anyway, we say golf carts, but it's more. We refer to them as lifestyle vehicles.
That's what I'm saying, and I know this next guy with us is in the heart of hunting and fishing and all those areas in Mississippi. He's back home. He knows a thing or two about golf carts.
I bet he does.
I guess he does too, and everything. And that's on this morning is Gary Billington. He is the newly announced sales and marketing director for the new and won't be long Mossy Oak Golf Club in West Point, Mississippi. Good morning, Gary.
Hi, good morning, guys. How are you doing today?
Hey, we're doing well. And so tell our listeners, everybody asked me, and I said, you're talking about golf. Yeah, but this is Mossy Oak Golf. I've seen it. I've been there. I can't wait to get back. Tell our listeners an update, Gary, on how things are going. Are we still shooting for September the 2nd, grand opening?
Absolutely. So things are going great down here. So we will be opening September 2nd. So this fall we'll be opening down here in West Point, Mississippi. So everything has gone incredibly well, especially with the winter that we've had, Larry. I know that you mentioned that you've actually came down here and visited last fall, but with the winter that we just had, very mild, got a good bit of rain down here. So our course has just started greening up, and it is looking fantastic. So we're excited to go ahead and be opening up, and can't wait to get everyone down here.
Well, I can't wait to get back sometime in maybe May to get an update from all you great folks down there. Of course, it's right across from Old Waverly. This is another facility that our good friend George Bryan is put together with all of his founders and things along that line. So give us a little update on, sales and marketing manager. What is your duties?
Absolutely. So currently what we're going to be doing is getting some golf groups down here together. So we're actually, Larry, going to be in the very near future going ahead and start going with tee times. We're actually going to even have an online reservation system where you can book through our website at mossyoakgolf.com.
Yeah.
So that's one thing I'd encourage for listeners to keep checking out our website. Also, follow us on social media. We've got a lot of great updates on there because you'll really see the progress that we've been making through the photos that we've been posting. Because, as you mentioned earlier, this is going to be located right next door to Old Waverly Golf Club, which, as you mentioned earlier, Mr. George Bryan is the owner of that golf course. We hosted the 1999 U.S. Women's Open. And with this new course with Mossy Oak, we're going for kind of a completely new feel from Old Waverly. Mossy Oak it's been great with the partnership that we've had with Mossy Oak, the company, because their team has come in along with Gil Hans and just done a fantastic job with this property, because with this, we're going with the ideal area of nature's golf, which is going to be a sustainable and mindful approach to golf course development that's going to leave a gentle footprint on the local habitat, but we're still going to be delivering that world-class golf experience. So whenever you're walking down this course, it's really going to be aimed at those golfers who are going to be walking the course. It's going to be very well designed for that, because we really want you to just immerse yourself in that theme with nature, just becoming kind of the one with nature theme. And it's going to be a 7,500-yard par 72 course. But it's just going to be wonderful.
Now, wait now, that's for the long knockers. There are some other tee boxes for us old folks, okay? Let's go.
You and me both, Larry. That's right. So that is going to be some
okay, I'm making sure.
Tees. So we won't force you to play the 7,500.
No, I don't want a 2-day golf round, okay, like that. But again, we're talking with Gary Billington. He is the new sales and marketing manager for the Mossy Oak Golf Club in West Point, Mississippi, scheduled to open on September the 2nd. You can go to mossyoakgolf.com for more information. And I know that, Gary, this course, you didn't move a lot of dirt. I mean, this is really right in what I would call the Mississippi Black Prairie, right? I mean,
yes, that's exactly correct, Larry. So with this, you're right in the heart of the rolling hills of the Mississippi Black Prairie. And it's been great because we've actually been able to partner with Gil Hance, who's actually the world's leading minimalist golf course architect.
He is that.
And he has just done incredible. So he's actually designed the Olympic golf course that they'll be playing on down in Rio in August.
Yeah.
And then even one of the things, Larry, that's been great with partnering with Gil, and I'm sure anybody that's worked with him would be able to attest to this, but whenever he's actually in town this week with us, and whenever he gets here, he's not one that's just going to sit around and direct people where to go, what to do. Yeah. As soon as he arrived here in West Point, he hopped in the bulldozer and he started carving out some land, moving some dirt around, finished up our practice putting green yesterday. So he has been incredible to work with. And it's amazing as well with all of the fantastic projects he's got under his belt. He's just the most humble individual, and it's been just wonderful working with him.
Well, I know working with George and all the rest of the crew down there that you have, and, of course, the great putting area for the Mississippi State golf family, men and women. And then, of course, also, as we said earlier, it seems like this is a West Point destination. You're from West Point. Now, you got out of college, you went into another line of business, and now what's it like for you to come home?
Oh, it's been absolutely incredible. So where I actually grew up is about a half a mile away from Mossy Oak.
All right.
So I've actually driven by this property for years. And then, as you mentioned, the partnership just could not have worked out any better between Mr. George Bryan, the Hayes family with Mossy Oak, and then partnering finally with Gil Hance. I mean, it's a dream team whenever you're looking at going for this kind of nature's golf theme with putting this team together. And it's just been wonderful. Even since I've been home, I've only been home a little over a month now working with Mossy Oak.
Yeah.
And just to see the changes that have gone on, the excitement that's building here, I mean, people cannot be more excited about this course opening up because, as you mentioned earlier, we're going for that kind of destination golfer. We really want to have these golfers come in. We're going to have cottages on property at Mossy Oak. We've already got them available at Old Waverly. But get those golfers to come in, stay and play for a weekend because they're going to get two incredibly different styles of golf.
Yes, all right.
While being 100 yards away from one another.
And I know that what's the grand opening going to look like? Have y'all kicking that around now? You're in that stage of who's going to hit the first tee shot and those kind of things is what I'm sure George has got to be out there someplace. And I'd like to be there to see Toxie hit. And if you bring in Bill Sugg and Cuz and all of those Mossy Oak people, I know they're golfers, but they're not. You better take some coverage here. But so what's are y'all working on that now?
We are currently still working on that, Larry. So it'll be in September.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a little bit of a softer opening, and then maybe looking at potentially doing something in the spring.
Okay.
Whenever we get some more of our cottages built.
That's good. Yeah. So you'll have the soft opening September the 2nd, and you'll still be doing things throughout the winter. And that's what he had told me. 2017 in the spring is where we're really going to go. Everything should be done, right?
Absolutely. That's what we're looking at because, again, we'll have 6 cottages over there. We'll also have our clubhouse, so we'll begin construction on those in the near future. but that'll be going up fairly soon.
Well, I've got my Mossy Oak Golf Club floppy hat that Gil autographed for me, and people see it and say, "Where is that?" Well, I said, "It's in West Point." They said, "Everything's in West Point now." So hey, thank you.
That's what we like to hear.
Yeah, thank you so much, Gary, and look forward to meeting you and coming down. I know that we step out of our groove here a little bit, but golf is outdoors. Most of it is, and so we're going to. Well, most of mine is definitely outdoors. I'm in the trees and everything else. So thanks, Gary, and tell everybody hello for us, and tell Elizabeth Epstein thanks for talking, getting it set up, and for sure say hello to George Bryant for us. Okay?
Absolutely. Thanks so much, Larry. Right. We look forward to having you down here.
Thanks, Gary. All right, Gary Billington from Mossy Oak Golf. Mossy Oak is everywhere.
Talk about a diversified company.
It is, and I can remember that when it started out. You got anything Mossy Oak?
I do have a couple shirts from my time when I worked for that one big giant retailer that I worked for.
Yes, I know that.
I have a couple shirts from there, but I was just looking at pictures on their Twitter page.
Yeah,
that people have been posting. My goodness, this place just incredible.
Yeah, it'll blow your mind away, and to get to it and everything. And of course, Mossy Oak is worldwide, and they've taken this land, and I mean, I know they've worked on it, but it has the touch of being outdoors. It's different than any golf course I've ever seen. Do you play golf? I didn't ask you.
I don't play golf.
You don't play golf?
No.
Would you like to play golf?
No.
Okay, at least he's honest.
No, I don't want to play golf.
I probably shouldn't have played golf. In fact, don't do it. Okay, I'm just telling you. It's.
I don't have to. Most golfers that I know do it to themselves.
That is true. It can be very humbling, and I'm humbled enough.
Kind of like dog training.
Oh, now that's another thing. Yeah,
it's pretty humbling.
It is humbling, isn't it?
But I didn't need something of equal stature, so I could just stick with one.
But there are satisfactions and rewards besides being humbling, right?
With both, yes.
There is with both. So I know that. Well, when I make my hole-in-one, I'm quitting. Okay, I've been saying that for 50 years, but I haven't made one yet. Wouldn't it be nice to make it at Mossy Oaks Golf Course? That's why I was making sure he had other tees beside 7,500 yards is not my idea. But
you swallowed hard when he said that.
I did that swallow.
I don't think you could hear it on the radio, but I saw it.
I swallowed it. All right, let's take a break. Frank Barton in studio with me this morning on Outdoors Away. We'll be right back.
You can find